God, that is hot. I don't want the internet to bully me anymore. I just want a wide receiver. And he's gonna run it deep out of the end zone here. And he breaks free! They beat the Dallas Cowboys! You were twerking in my lighthouse. Dirty one.
Jimmy just stepped out. He stepped out the back of the end zone. And he threw a pick.
Oh
my God.
He still messed it up.
Oh, we still here.
It's caught! It's a touchdown! Caught!
Please not Jefferson Valley.
No! Yes! And there's cars everywhere! It is so bright. We raised $500,000. We have hit 400K! Half a freaking million people. Touchdown, Jordan Love and Christian Watson!
It's frickin' time.
Grossi Posse Nation, welcome to an episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't let a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom. It's frickin' Friday night. Grossi. We here, baby. We are here. How the heck we doing? We rockin'. Eli, if I had that belief in the Packers the way I do right now in such a long time, love the vibe. Could do anything, baby. Listen, house money. That's what it was on Sunday. That's what it is tomorrow. That's it, baby. G5, it's probably one of the best episodes I've ever seen. Tom, thanks for not killing Steve. Oh, you talking about the lore. You talking about the lore. Yeah, about 2:15 in the morning last night, we debuted that. And yeah, I think that was a pretty damn good episode. I think the last three have just been banger after banger after banger. It's been pretty damn good. Scorch! Appreciate you 26 months. Try it if I'm a simple man. Tom starts a Q&A. I crack a Guinness. That's it, baby. That's it. Hope we're doing well. Yeah, we got lots of crazy times. The weekend is almost upon us, which means it's time for some more football. And tomorrow being the final Saturday slate of games, of NFL games, until September. Actually, probably later, right? Because I guess it doesn't come back till December. Damn! I'm going to get my freaking Saturdays back at some point. But then again, I thought I'd get my Thursdays back, and I haven't had one of those off even after Thursday Night Football ended. But that's fine. It's fine. I saw that Seth Rollins got injured. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like it's going to be long-term. Right, Tour, go back, go! Go back, go, baby. Listen, the vibes are high for the Packers tomorrow. They are? Go! With a fire, it's Friday. You know what that means. Stern Tour, I don't care what you did. Otto isn't dead. You can't kill an idea. It's true. You can't do it. Guillermo, do we hired AP? Come on now. We don't have an extra QB. Sorry. Doing all the games. All four. I've done every single playoff game for the past, 4 years. Ain't stopping now. Nay. Scorch with a hundo! Woo-hoo. Saying congrats on the 600K subs, Tom. I just missed the live stream, but happy for you, man. Scorch, I appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you. Yeah, it was cool to have the stream. Unfortunately, some Party City balloons trying to defer the fun, but it's all good. We all know what we're about, and I appreciate you folks. But yeah, 600K, hit it on Wednesday, a little after 4 months after hitting a 500K. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty damn crazy, I'd say. Jim, 1 year, can't wait for the next one. Love your work. You keep me sane from the real world. That's it, baby. Escapism, gotta do it. Gotta subscribe to it. Brian with a tour saying both script and the lore were awesome. Go back. Come on now. Sydney, happy 1 year officially. Let's frackin' go. Hoping more to go. Velbat wasn't here for 1 year, 600K. Was on vacation. Listen, vacation. You gotta do the vacation. One day, I will learn about these vacations. I will learn of what you speak. G5, Blood Demon gaslighting everyone. Hey, appreciate you, Jummy. Thank you. And hey, Tour, appreciate the support on the past couple vids. And hey, keep crushing them. Keep crushing them. These last two, phenomenal. Ghost! What if people still calling you light brown? It's not okay. Throw the flag. It's true. Dirty blonde. Mac with Terra Tom. Was curious in the playoffs, could Bach come back? Walker has been great. No, I think he's done. Not necessarily training for the Jets, but I do think that I don't think there's any shot of him coming back. And plus, I think at this point, you've played with this offensive line the majority of the season. I know you've shifted guys around a lot, but at some point, you kind of just got to stick with what you got. And yeah, if Bach comes back next year, and he's healthy, awesome. If not, and he plays elsewhere, I wish him a great end to his career. I mean, I hope he does well. So, Jack Couture, I saw Okada. I saw that. Leaving New Japan? Come on now. That's crazy. I don't know. I have to think he's going to WWE. I mean, he has a relationship with AEW, but I think Triple H is going to throw him, a ton of money. Caleb, welcome to the posse. Appreciate you. Thank you. Prediction on the new Seahawks coach? That's a great question. That is a great question. And one I don't know the answer to. I mean, Vrabel, potentially, you still could go. Now, I don't know if you want the Dallas defensive coordinator anymore, but you could. Vrabel, I think, would be one of the best picks. Atlanta just announcing the second interview with Harbaugh. Of course, they have the second interview with Belichick. So things are heating up in Atlanta right now. And it's getting crazy. TNA. I don't think TNA is going to throw that kind of money at Okada. I don't know if they have that, but we'll see. So there's a lot to go through this offseason. It's going to be pretty freaking crazy. Dan Quinn is the DC, by the way. Dan Quinn. That's someone was just asking. Yeah. Where'd the gun come from? It's a good question. Don't worry, you'll see. I appreciate y'all. Lore, who fired the shot that killed Otto? Was it Ed or the Blood Demon? You'll see. I will tell you, though, Ed had full intention of doing it. So, next, Osmandius, Granite State, Felina, Breaking Bad. Oh, yes, final episodes of North Saga. Good stuff. Thanks for all you do. Let's go. Breaking Bad. I ain't Breaking Bad level, but it's pretty damn cool. Why we love Tom Grant. I appreciate y'all. It's been a rough day on the internet a little bit, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you very, very much. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, this is unfortunately, I was an oversight on my part. I didn't see stuff, but it's all good. Jordan, Tom, a lot of shade thrown at the Packers for this game. If we win, I think everything talks about the Niners blowing it instead of Pack being legit. Yeah, I think that's the important point that's been coming out a lot of these. It's more about the Cowboys losing. It's more about the Eagles losing. But I don't know, maybe they'll put some respect on the name. We'll see. But gotta win first. Jace, if Clickbait was your classroom, who would get sent to the principal's office first? Oh, it's probably Tree. I mean, he's probably just cursing in class. He's just got to go. Perno will bring up something about nipple or penile frostbite, so he'll be shortly behind. 5, I don't even think he makes it into school because he probably already got expelled. And then Scooter, in school, I think he'd be fine. But he'd talk about the Cowboys, and I immediately suspend him. Ghost with a 5er. Congrats on 600K. Remember the first video I saw you was the reaction to Minneapolis Miracle. Sadly, my uncle passed away. Ghost, I'm very sorry to hear that. I appreciate you being around. I'm very sorry to hear that. Hope you and your family are well. And I hope things get better soon, my friend. Kyle with Tour. Congrats on 600K. 1 year, you'll be at $1 million. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the next year, but we'll see. You never know. Audrey with a Tour saying SpongeBob is a Packers fan. It only makes sense. I mean, come on now. Oh, DJ, of course. I'm ecstatic about those Packers. Come on now. But, no, it's going to be a good game tomorrow, I think. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm excited. And it's prime time. It's prime time, baby. Come on. It's prime time. This is going to be great. It's going to be a great weekend of football. I think we're going to get 4 pretty damn good games. Hopefully not some blowouts like we saw in the wild card round. And, I mean, that's the crazy thing, too. I mean, right now you got 6 games left until the Super Bowl, because I don't count the Pro Bowl. That's pretty nuts. Dream Super Bowl with the teams that are left? Probably Packers-Bills. Steroid Tour Scooter likes a POW on clickbait. Yeah, you gotta go through it, but I love it. He's like, none of you can talk except Tom. Rachel, if I was speaking of vacations, going on one a week long after the end of January. Where am I going? Absolutely nowhere. I need a treat yourself week. Come on now. Treat yourself. Staycation. I get it. That's all about. Come on now. Gotta get it. Yeah, no. Next week will be a little bit easier, and obviously not having games on Saturday after tomorrow will be easier, but yeah, I cannot wait to have some actual downtime. Mitch with a 20! Tom, congrats on 9 years of YouTube. Go Pack Go. All your legendariness has started with Brandon Bostic fumbling the onside kick against Seattle, and thanks for all the hard work. I know Seattle helped birth this. Ugh. Ghost Stewart, nice throwback sweatshirt. Hey, I'd bring it out of the closet. Plus, I didn't go to the P.O. box. I haven't been able to go to the P.O. box. I barely left my house because it's January and playoffs are going. So am I wearing this also because I needed to do laundry today? Yes. Yes, I did. Jolly Tour, go Bucks! I want to hear the dead silence on Sunday. Redwood Tour, RIP Sports Illustrated. Listen, that sucks. It sucks because a lot of people are losing their job. At the end of the day, whatever, is going to happen with physical media, it kind of just the changing of the times, but it sucks a lot of people lost their job. Neo to fire, bang, bang, Niner gang! Hoping tomorrow's a good game. The rain here in the Bay Area is going to make it interesting. Yes, I saw that. It's going to be very interesting. Kevin, thanks for gifting a membership. I appreciate you. Texans definitely could. Texans could upset. It's going to be tough, though. It will. Shelvin with a fire. Tom, great job on the North episode. Really hope Green Bay pulls it off. Also, are we allowed to make a Grossi Posse Packers jersey wear? Of course. Why not? Christopher with tenor. Between Seahawks' late season skid and Oregon State losing almost the entire Pac-12 and our head coach, feel a sense of relief when the season's over. What was the most mentally exhausting Packers season for you? Ooh. See, that's the thing. It's usually the endings. Because, before, last year was rough, but it's always the endings. It's the Seahawks loss, it's the Buccaneers loss, it's the 49ers loss, and you go, which one? And I go, yes. Yeah, that's usually what it is. 21, losing in 20 and in 21 was rough. Nothing will ever beat the Seahawks. That was always the worst one. 4th and 26 were bad too, but yeah, it was tough. SJ with a terror. What's up, Grossi? Oh, you think the Chargers should grab at 5? I think they should grab Brock Bowers, helping the run in the pass game. Super durable. Yeah, I think it's not really a sexy pick, but offensive line, I think, could be a smart thing. You go and get the best offensive lineman or one of the best available in the draft. I think it's just going to help your offense overall. You're able to protect everybody, and at the same time, again, not sexy, but you're going to need to also start thinking about, hey, we got to protect our franchise QB, especially if we start, letting some of the older guys go. Kate with fire. Binging the Coach and Sagas again. Forgot not to watch Coach Season 2 at night. Thanks for the nightmares. Great episode this week. Appreciate you, Kate. Sorry about the nightmares, though. Sorry. Andrew with fire. Be excited for Packers-Lions championship, but also Lions fan, even a chance of Packers defeat like that would set us back 5 years. Oh, yeah. You want to talk about insanity? You want to talk about, stakes and pressure for the Lions? Don't get bigger than that. Stadium Tours. Rachel working on that bus for you for Perna. I think she got a 3D printer, but we still have to talk to Perna about the logistics of that. Stir Tom, hate to ask, what was the 600K issue? Oh, again, I didn't even see it until afterwards. The 600K, the 6 looked like a G, which is a very old, not so great word, which is discriminatory towards Asians and obviously do not support that in any way, shape, or form. So I think it's important to keep it up there for context because obviously it's for 600K and celebrating that. And even though every single person who's ever watched this content knows that ain't the case, we still had to go and say, hey, don't be racist because racism's stupid. It's dumb. Don't be dumb. And also maybe we should just get, Party City should make some better balloons. But yeah, that was it. It wasn't great. But I think I've earned enough goodwill with the internet that it's like, oh, obviously this is not intentional. And it literally says 600. So, that's what it is. But that's it. That's it. But yeah. Can we go to Cincinnati Cyclones? Can you go talk to them? I'll go have a word with them. A brief chat, I would say. Go with a fire. Hey, Tom, got my first Green Bay merch. Let's go. How strong do you think run game's going to be for tomorrow against the 49ers? So that's going to be tough. That is going to be tough because, one, it's going to be raining, so the ball's going to be a little bit slick. But two, the 49ers defense, I think, is going to present a bigger challenge than the Cowboys' run defense was. Aaron Jones was able to do, like, whatever the hell he wanted against that defense, and so was Jordan Love. I think they're going to face a little bit more adversity tomorrow, but if they're able to get Aaron Jones going, or even, like, Jaden Reed on the outside and stuff, it'd be pretty damn good. Raven Winter, tell me how the YouTube series can almost make me go against my own team. Let's go 49ers. Damn it! We were this close. We were this close. I'm all right with it. I heard you on Milwaukee radio today. Yes! Good luck on the house hunting. Would be glad to call you a neighbor in the future. Go, Pack, go. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, no, I did. I hopped on a Milwaukee station today, right after GPS for like 10 minutes just to do a little chat. That was fun. And yeah, always good. Gotta help out while we can. Ghost with fire prediction for divisional rounds. Ravens, 49ers, Bills, and Buccaneers. Ooh, you got the Bucks beating the Lions, huh? Interesting. K-Chan with fire. Oh, hey there. Am I full to feel hope the Commanders, the moves they're making? Ben Johnson, please also change the name. Yeah, I would feel actually pretty solid about that. I think that kind of they have an opportunity to do whatever they want going forward. And I think, you know, with a high draft pick as well, they could really set up their franchise, you know, for the next few years. So, yeah, no, I think it's exciting times. I guess, listen, it's a hell of a lot better than what you had. JC to fire, which results would be needed this weekend to continue the North Saga? Lions and Packers both have to win. Ravens winning would help too, but both those teams have to win. If they see, here's the problem. If the Lions and Ravens win, I feel like that's great, but it doesn't continue the story. You know what I mean? The story really is going to come down to, because the AFC North is pretty much wrapped up. There's a few odds and ends things that I need to do, like with Steven Blood Demon, and also with Ed, there's some unfinished stuff. But unless both the Packers and Lions win, the final ever episode of the saga is likely next week. Buddha with a fire. For some reason, all the Ravens hype has given me one word: upset. I mean, also Ravens fans are just like, no, we liked when we were under the radar. Scuba with tour, love from Australia, and also go Pack go. Let's go. Go Pack go. West with a fire. I haven't been able to watch a full Packer game since 2014 due to nervousness. Any advice on how to get past this? You gotta start out with a regular season one first. Low stakes. Got something low, and then work your way up to getting back to, you know, championship level. Darren was saying, if you need a 3D printer and possible 3D scans, I got potential resources. Also, as the last we saw of Otto, will he show up in season 6? It's a great question. I won't spoil that one, but it's the last that you've seen of Otto in this particular saga. Put that up there. Steven with a fire. The only piece of the NFL script I got was something about a Super Bowl 1 rematch. Also, thank you for everything you do for reach 600K. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rachel, if I do this in the offseason for the bust, I needed 360-degree pics of your head so I could sculpt it. I'll get those pics even if I have to fly up there. Got it. Got it. Brad with a fire. Time out of curiosity, would you take a loss to 49ers meant Joe Barry's fire into the sun? No. Because if they lose, I think there's a good chance he does get fired. No, I want my team to win, man. That's it. Hey, 1-way tenor, Texans Niners Super Bowl. Woo! All right. Mike, all the playoff games. Yes, I'll be streaming all of them. Ty with a fire. Kind of off topic. Did you hear about the Cowboys cheerleaders said the Packers were harassing them? Thoughts? If no, answer that's fine. Go Pack, go. Yeah, I'm still waiting to, like, I saw one person say, it was reported one place, and then I saw the video that person made, but, like, I haven't seen a single thing about it. So, like, if that happened, that sucks and shouldn't, but, like, I also haven't seen it happen yet. And, like, that's kind of been some of the consensus online today, too. We're like, all right, like, where's the video? Like, where's anything? Because there's cameras everywhere, so I don't know, man. Ghost with fire. Reason I picked the Buccaneers over the Lions, because the way they have been playing as of now. All right, that's fair. That's fair. Jay, I think this is on it's on Teespring, I think. I think it's on there. The links are for the shop or in the chat. I'm really good at promoting my own merch. That's why Rachel does it a lot. So, there you go. I'm pretty sure it's in there, I think. Rachel would know better. Would know much, much better. So, yep. Reaction video, of you reacting to the Packers drafting Love? Well, I mean, like, I already got that. The real one's already there. It's my highest watched video, and I just put out a Jordan Love / Packers video today that actually talks about my reaction and how the frackin' Packers did it again. So, round tour, what jersey wearing tomorrow? We got to roll fan of the year. For the most part, it hasn't let me down, so gotta roll. Blind! We're all right, Tom. How badass would it be if the conference game of North Bowl? Go Pack, go. Please, for the love of God, be a great game. I want it so badly. So badly. I want an NFC North Bowl. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. Come on now. Come on now. It's true, Rachel. Jack, if I stand by my tweet that you can still reuse the balloons when you hit 900K. Congrats on 600K milestone. Waiting for a milli. Go Pack, go. Come on, babe. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. Someday, somehow. Gonna make it all right. But not right now. Maybe. Something like that. But yeah, no, it was pretty damn cool. It really was. Mr. Powers with Terra. Tom, what MKE station were you on today? It was WTMJ. Yes, that one. I believe that was what it was. Wouldn't mind the opportunity for bonus Grossi. Go Lions! Best of luck tomorrow. Pulling for an NFC North champ game. You and me both. You and me both. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. Just like a quick 10-minute chat. But it was good. A lot of fun. Jersey with a fire. Looks like AP isn't going to the Packers. Just win, baby. I know. Congrats to the Raiders. They made the right choice. You did. Keeping Antonio Pierce, and that 100% was the right decision. Absolutely. Because, the players were behind him. They love him. Just stick with what works, you know? Kabir with a fire. Not gonna lie, a lot of 49ers fans are chirping. How about we shock the world again? Won't hear any complaints from me. Won't hear any complaints from me. I'll tell you that much. Nay. I mean, if they're able to do it, it would be frackin' awesome. So, like I said, it's going to be a tough game. Can't get cocky or anything like that. But, yeah. It's going to be wild. Gonna be wild. Yeah, they're keeping AP. Yep, it was announced today. Hey, Glorious. Let's go. We're going to find out how Otto killed Tim. 1 second they were standing next to each other. Otto gives Tim a glance and leaves. Then Tim is suddenly bleeding. I mean... yeah, I could just tell you. He stabbed him. He did. The blood demon appeared. Gunshot went off. He was standing right next to him. Does a little boops. And then leaves. And leaves. Mitch with a fire. Not sure why. Because everyone's attention was at blood demon, of course, and Vince. Not sure why some Hawk fans don't know who to root for. Go Pack all the way. Knock off the 49ers. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And it's kind of alluded to, too, because of how you kill... the ref, or kill ref, I should say. Cecilia, what up, baby? Whoop! For the kitty. Where'd the idea for Coach come from? Thank you for that great North Saga episode, even if it came out at 2 a.m. Listen, I had to get it done, Cecilia. Had to get it done. It's just a story I wanted to make. Obviously, there's a lot of exaggerated stuff in there, but it's kind of like an autobiographical aspects of it. There's some points of it that are super duper personal. And yeah, 100%. Has it been used for therapy? Absolutely, I've used it for therapy, but no, it's, I think I just wanted to tell a cool story, kind of just interweaving, a bit of my personal life and football. And yeah, that's how Coach is here. That's how Coach is here. So, Brad Tour, we don't chirp, Tom. Why? I thought the 49ers love birds. I thought they love them. They love them. We'll see, Mike. We'll see. Yeah, I'm sure a division... see, that's the thing. I think there's 1 or 2 divisional games that could end in a blowout, but... yeah. I don't know which... I mean, I could... maybe Texans-Ravens. I don't think it will. And potentially Packers-49ers, which I don't think it will either. I think one of the closest games will definitely be the Buccaneers-Lions. And I think another really close game is going to wind up being Chiefs-Bills. Oh, LT Gray with a fire. I did it. I bought 2 tickets front row behind the Chiefs sideline on the 50. My first NFL game in a Justin Ross jersey. That's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. Enjoy it. That's going to be an amazing experience. Enjoy every second of that. Hell yeah. No, I only watch college football for draft prospects. William with a fire. I think Jair Alexander's going to play. Yeah, I think there's a good chance. I mean, saying he was in a better position than he was last week and he still played, I think there's a very, very good chance that he winds up playing. So, we'll see. We'll see. Dominic got the stuff last week. Appreciate the throwing as well. Hey, Guess who was used as bait in a gotcha game last week? I don't know how to feel. Listen, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Tubbs with fire. Tom, you better follow through with the Jordan Love tattoo if the Packers win the Super Bowl. I will get a Packers tattoo. A Packers tattoo. If they win the Super Bowl when I'm there, I will happily get a Packers tattoo. Trent! With me being a Steelers fan, I naturally found Tree, first of the clickbait creators, then Perna, then you through him. You have quickly become my favorite. Don't tell Tree. I'm going to tell him right now. I'm going to text him right now. I appreciate you, Trenton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also thought Clickbait Sports was actually pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good yesterday, so. Jack with fire. Defense needs to come out hot. What 3 players you think you really need to have a perfect game to help get closer to win? On the defense, Rashawn Gary, 100% has to get after the quarterback. Have to put Jair up there too, and/or Carrington Valentine. And then Quay Walker, I think, is going to have himself a busy day. He might get George Kittle duties, and he's going to have to make a major difference. Aslan with a 10. Tom, if the Packers and Lions both make the championship and the Lions win, we'll admit that your hair is simply brown, although it's dirty brown. No, I will definitely not. Are you kidding me? That's going to make me double down even more. Even more! Taylor, thanks for gifting a membership. Appreciate you. But yeah, Charles changed out of his jersey. Don't worry, you'll get the explanation for that this week, or next week, I should say. Yep, but it all played in. The random football games with Randall and Ed, it all mattered. Also, there are a ton of throwbacks to like the East Saga. Kind of similar to how Gus was found out is also how Otto is found out. Kevin with a 9. Will lobby hard for Bills Lions Super Bowl? Sorry, Tom. I understand. But yeah, it's coming down to the end. And it was, I thought last night's episode was really good. I was really happy with it. It legitimately is probably one of my favorite endings to an episode. Just, you have Vince, and there's kind of like that worry of, oh, like that kind of concern of like, what's he doing down there? And then, you know, the glasses finally, kind of like how the way that the whole thing started. Brad, if Fire Scooter sure was delusional about Coach Mike's name, I mean, they just don't have a lot of options right now. I understand of wanting that consistency. I just think at some point, you know, you've seen enough, and they don't really have much they can't really do too much else, you know? That's it. Nate through the fire. We saw the Beach change Gus in season 4 of Coach. Does it change Otto too? It's a great question. So I killed Tim. I mean, technically the Bengals did. Technically, we're just being technical here, you know. So, but no, I didn't stray away, Patrick, from the idea. It just evolved. Bad dog. Packers fans, thank you for knocking Dallas out of the postseason. We got you. Come on now. I have not seen Ted on Peacock. Went to a tour, petition to extend the season so we get more lore. Yeah, it's just, I got plans for one more episode. I can make it go longer if both the Packers and Lions win, but yeah, I think it's going to be good. Jeez, what do you think of Fireman Ed being in jail? I have no idea about that. Have absolutely no idea. Have not even heard about that at all. See. Gals with a tour, is there anything that doesn't end up mattering? Not really. I mean, there's usually it's kind of, there's very few wasted moments, and even if it's something seems like inconsequential, I think it's usually important for the characters, you know, in their development, because I think that the first 8 weeks of the season is all about character development within their own houses, and then when they come together, how they merge. So if you like take a look at the season, the NFC North was like this very serious Succession like kind of theme, and the AFC was a little bit more like playful and kind of just like joking around a little bit. And then when they merged, you kind of saw like the complete opposite happen, and it kind of like swerved a little bit. So I thought that the dynamics between the two houses were some of the most interesting things, because even when they came together, they were pretty separate, except for Randall and Ed, and that being the thing that winds up, you know, fixing a lot of things at the end. Yeah, I think I was very happy with that. Matthew to Terry, kick my Seahawks out, man. You're going to lose. So flippin' based. You're going to lose? Yeah, well, we're in the playoffs at least, you know. Joe with a fire. So given BD allude to outside the crawl space, does that mean Ed is the most awake now? Sorry if I missed that answer earlier. It's a great question. No. But that also was a little piece of dialogue A little bit of a piece of dialogue that also like indicated how little they know, because he just said no to him. Like Ed doesn't automatically like realize what's going on, but for it to be said, like, this is for people who do watch Coach and the Sagas, that they basically are getting that, hey, you know, there's obviously more at work here than just what's going on in these two houses. Round of Fire. Wish Vince had been seen Jerry smiling in the mirror. He knows what's coming. Jack Witter. Which wrestlers would each clickbait member be? Tree would have been Bam Bam Bigelow. Would have been Bam Bam Bigelow. I don't even know who 5 would be. Perna? Oh, God. I don't even know. Wrestlers, equating them to wrestlers? That's a good question. I'd have to think about that one. Chiefs number 1 to 5, Chiefs Packers Super Bowl. It's possible. It's possible, but gotta survive tomorrow first. Guys, it's gonna be a tough road to get there. Lucky at 5 now, we need a defensive coordinator, and yes, fire Joe Barry. Guy with a tenor. If you had to pick a Packer QB in his prime, who would it be? Rodgers, Favre, love, but seriously, love your vids. Hope Packers go far in the playoffs. From a Falcon fan. Hey, appreciate you, Guy. It would probably be Rodgers just because of the accuracy. Bart Starr is up there too, but we haven't seen enough from Love. I mean, he's been looking really great, you know, these past few weeks, and it looks great. And Favre obviously is a Hall of Famer, but he turned the ball over too much. Prime Rodgers is just, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Line with Terra Tom. Has a no feeling that 2 old rivalry teams, the Bears and Cowboys, we own for the past 30, or like Aaron says, really a rivalry if we truly own them. Feels pretty darn good. It feels pretty darn good. So, yeah, I'll own the Cowboys and Bears. That's fine until they make it a rivalry at some point. Sydney, it is possible. It could happen. The problem is, though, is just, I don't know. I don't have story planned for that, so it would have to be something like really good that I'd have to come up with, because I think I have enough for one more. If the Packers and Lions wind up making it, I can stretch it to another one while still doing the same exact story that I want for next week without, you know, dragging it out. But I could have a little bit more story with it. So thank you, Timber. Yeah, I was pretty damn happy with how the storylines all came together. Because I think in the East, if you look at one thing that was maybe a little bit weaker, I think it was the reveal of like how Springsteen found out about Gus. You know, just like the Notebook, I think that was kind of a little bit of an out. And I think that just also just shows differences in like writing back in 2020 and now writing in 2024 just for me. So I wanted to make sure it was something that was already established, and, you know, there was people already calling it out in the chat. They're like, wait a minute, Lionel records everything. So, you know, it made sense. And while it may have been a little bit obvious as to how he gets found out, you know, you're all looking for the payoff. Alex Fires, brand new fan. Which of your videos would you recommend to catch up on your sketch stories? Like, who is Otto? Thanks for the laughs. Alex, that is a question. If you go back to, if you go over to like my profile, there's no about tab anymore. If you click the little arrow next to my name, it'll give you the order. But basically, you start with Coach Season 1, and it's a little bit rough. It's the worst part of it. But Coach Season 1, Coach Season 2, East Saga, these are all in playlists too. East Saga, Coach Season 3, West Saga, Coach Season 4, South Saga, Coach Season 5, North Saga, which is going to end shortly, and then the final season of Coach will be out this summer with Season 6. So, Leif saying Baker's dozen amount of months. Also very sad Sports Illustrated could be shutting down. Magazine was a huge part of my childhood. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is also the selfish part of me too. The Fan of the Year version was supposed to come out in February. I don't know if it's going to, but we will see. We will see. Coach Season 6 will be sometime this summer. And again, it is not a coincidence, LQ. Very intentional that anger is mentioned. It's not going to be weekly. I mean, I've already said this a bunch of times. Weekly. It's, I'm just going to take my time with it. I don't know how many episodes. It could be 6 really long episodes. It could be 8 episodes. It could be 10 episodes. It just got to get done. It's just got to get done. And I ain't going to put myself through a time limit or anything like that, because I will say the extra time that I've had to work on it, you know, and putting it out a little bit later, in my opinion, has made a pretty substantial difference just in the quality of it. So I think it's important just to kind of I don't know, just maintain that, especially for the last one. You know, I want to make sure that it goes out the way that I want it to. You know, I've worked on this now for, years. So by the time it's all said and done, I want to make sure, I'm proud of it. And, it's the way I end it the way I want it to end without going, oh God, I need to make sure this arbitrary deadline is met, which doesn't do anybody any favors. And at the end of the day, like, nobody likes that either. I just fixed the playlist. Thank you for the 17 heads up. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Alan, if I pack Vegas Super Bowl, would you go to Vegas to do a charity fundraiser? Get you to bungee off the Strat Hotel. So I'm already going to Vegas for the Super Bowl because of the Packers Fan of the Year thing. So I'll go into the honors and all that great stuff. So if the Packers go to the Super Bowl, it's just going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot of content that's going to come out of that week, though. Alec Quintana, excited for all these incredible games this weekend. We'd love to see the Bucks-Packers. That'd be insane. Going to the Bucks-Lions game, too. Hey, Alec, enjoy that freaking fracking game. That's going to get crazy. That's going to get crazy. That's going to be fun. Just Jeff, there's a reason why Packers fans don't pay any mention to him and don't mention him at all. And you saw one of the reasons. Ghost, for this new year, I'm going to be upgrading my credit card lineup. My new ideas have some that'll give me cash back and reward points for airfare. That's it. Get paid for it. Might as well. Hawks with a fire. Would you consider doing a live stream of the Royal Rumble when it comes around? I'm a Rams fan, but go Pack go. Hey, go Pack go. Yes. There is talks about me streaming the Rumble. I just don't know yet. I need to survive next week. I need to survive this weekend, survive next week, where my schedule will get a little bit better once the Saga is done. Oh my God, when the Saga is done. Oh, there's going to be a weight lifted. But, yeah, maybe. Brad, they tour. Aaron Rodgers and Bart Starr, Tom, discuss. In terms of playoffs, it's Bart Starr, and there's just there's no comparison. I think overall, I did this video actually over the summer, and it was a great video. Johnny Barks edited, and it came out great about who the greatest Packers QB is. I actually had Bart Starr at 2 and Rodgers at 1. Just because I think what Rodgers is able to do, like, he set so many records, and in this day and age, to not turn the ball over, like he did, and just the accuracy is truly insane. It was. So, Gave on fire for the funny Niners need to blow out the Packers by 3 scores. No, thank you. No, thank you. Kevin with a 15. Tom, don't laugh at me. The last WrestleMania I watched was 19 back in the 2000s. Rey Mysterio is still in WWE. Yes, and his son is actually in WWE as well. Dominic Mysterio. And he's like one of the most hated heels there is right now. So, yeah, Helper. That's Mark Camara. Yeah, the former Packers player turned garbage person. So, yeah, no. Packers fans don't claim him. Jed, planning a trip to Green Bay area in a couple weeks to attend an event and shoot some video for YouTube. Suggestions for people to meet? I don't know about people to meet, but, I mean, you'll get some great shots, too. It'll be like snowy, wintry Lambeau and stuff like that. Make sure you check out the downtown as well. I don't know if they do the farmer's market in the winter. I doubt it, but it should be a damn good time. Should be a real good time. Richard, your favorite wrestler for the Rumble? I think Punk is going to win it. I like to see Gunther do well, but yeah, I think Punk is going to wind up winning it. Brad, at the tour, you only need to win by 1 point. It's true. It's true. Too close. Which wrestler would you be? Bret the Hitman Hart, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Though I always really liked the showmanship of Shawn Michaels, the way that he wrestled. Legit, like, performer. So, that one. Homie, a little bit too early for Wicks versus Dobbs, because I want to see another year of Wicks first. Adrian Fire, Tom, loving the North. What game are you most excited for this weekend? Thanks for taking me comments. I go through a small stressful thing. Ooh, hope that small stressful thing goes away quickly. I will be, of course, the Packers game. Packers game is number 1, but the Chiefs-Bills game, I'm also very, very excited for. Hawks, yeah, I didn't see as much of Kurt Angle as I want because I stopped watching wrestling during that time, but I kind of went back and saw it. Even some of the stuff he did in TNA was insane, but yeah, one of the best to do it. Cave on Fire, I got an early draft of the script that was not used. Niners win 3-0. That would be a crappy game. That would suck. That would suck a whole lot. So, whatever. Coach is an overarching story in which the sagas fit into them, but you can watch the sagas by themselves. It's just going to be a little bit, you might not know who some people are, but I find that it's a little bit more rewarding if you watch Coach and all of it together. So, yeah, Michael, there will be a supercut of the South. I still have to do that. And the North, yes, there will be for both of them. Yes, and yes. Just got to have the time to do it, and I got to, make sure I basically block out a day for my computer to render it. Hey, pal. What's going on? Thank you for the tour. Brad tour. Dear God, not a 3-0 game, please. Please, please, please. Saga been way better since I went back and watched Coach. Because again, you can watch it and you can enjoy it. It's just when you watch Coach, it's even more so of like, oh, because you know what's about to happen. So it's gonna get crazy. Definitely a good haircut. Oh, thanks. I haven't gotten a haircut in a while, but yeah, it's good. Good hair day. Good hair day. I just blow dry up here. Have a nice day. That's it. Mm-hmm. Which team chokes tomorrow? 49ers. Please. 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 Is that a prediction? No, but it's just a hope. Just a hope. Miss with fire. Green Bay fans have thoughts on Brett Favre since the D-Picks is stealing welfare money. Oh, yeah. There's a good amount of Packers fans that are kind of like, oh, great player, help the organization, but maybe not so great of a human being. You know, and plus there's some other stuff that is even, I don't want to say worse, but there's other stuff there's a lot of stuff that happened. You know what? I'm so glad you brought this up. I don't want to get sued, but like I thought about this like weeks ago. And I was sitting late at night. It was probably like around like 1 or 2 in the morning. I think I wound up calling Johnny and talking to him about this, or I just texted him. And I was like, man, like, screw Brett Favre, man. Because that guy legitimately, like, what? If we're talking about like childhood heroes of the guy that like, I was like, oh my God, got me into football, it was Brett Favre. And like growing up with that and seeing the way he like played football, and I loved the game so much. I think because being a Packers fan, you overlooked stuff that you heard about. You're like, it's just Brett. And then like this bad stuff kept happening. And it got to a point where it's like the Mississippi thing like really put it over, and it like framed everything else and going like, whoa, like this stuff is not okay. Like you talk about like the pictures sent. I think a lot of people will agree. I think like the collective response to that, especially in the sports world, was like joking about it. But like in 2024, you sit back and look like that's not acceptable. Like that's not appropriate. That's not okay to do. And it kind of just reframes it of like, oh, well, that like really sucks, man. Cause like, dude, like I have so much Brett Favre stuff, like signed stuff. I had posters, all this stuff. And it just like sucks to go like, wow, all right, like that's a person I really admired, I really looked up to. And like that's gone. Like that's completely and totally gone. Respect the like the football player and like what he was able to do, but as a person, like it just sucks. And like that also goes to show about putting people on a pedestal, especially athletes. And just because they're an athlete on your team doesn't necessarily make them a good person. And that's why we shouldn't idolize people. But just freaking sucks, man. Kelly, if I would get pertinent to stop cursing the Bills, throw them in the pit if we lose. I think you have to. I think you have to put them into the pit a little bit. Crazy with time. I firmly believe the Packers will beat San Francisco. There isn't enough space to explain. Listen, just by a point, like it was said. Nate 35, I just realized at the beach, it's always a perfect day with a warm breeze. Is Linda partially responsible for that? She was. And then you saw in the West Saga, it turned cold. Okay, Volunteer. Bills need to win 30-2 because it'd be funny. Brad Tour, laundry count over under tomorrow for the Packers-Rams game? Packers-49ers game? Probably, I don't know. 10 maybe, something like that. Winter Tours, Janine married to another GCU character. It's a good question, I'll say. Anita to fire. After the last season of Coach, will you do an ultra supercut of everything Coach sagas? I don't. It would be like a day-long episode. I don't know if people would want to watch that. Zeno Tour, should I be happy Cowboys are keeping McCarthy? You know what you have. So that's something, you know? Steven, what up, Billy? Boop! For the kitty. Tom, I want to say thank you for all the chaotic good you do. It helps me see hope and love in the cold world. My girlfriend of 7 years broke up with me over text today. Oh, over text? Come on now. I was going to propose this summer. Oh! Not trying to be a downer, just need a vent. Thanks, Tom. Listen, Steven, listen. There ain't no way to slice it. That sucks. It just sucks. Everything sucks. However... And I will throw a however in there. And even though it just happened today, it's going to be real tough. I'm going to tell you right now, Steven. At least this happened before you were married. At least this happened before you were engaged. That doesn't make it any better. That doesn't make it feel better now. But in the future, at some point, you're going to be able to look back and be like, woof, okay. Wasn't meant to be. Didn't work out. So, Steven, I'm sorry you're going through that, my friend. I hope things get better soon. Lots of healing, lots of time, but you found out now. And while that's not going to help now, in the future, I promise you, it's going to give you some solace. Joe saying, speaking of Perna's curses, I'm blaming Perna for the Eagles' historic collapse. There is no other reasonable explanation. That's fair. Crash Return. Tom, I think our pass rush masks are secondary. For who? The Packers or 49ers? Because I could argue yes, but our secondary's been decently solid. It depends on when. Raider to Fire. Is it going to be an Eagles and Buccaneers fan reaction to wild card round video? No, I recorded it and it was all out of focus. And at that point, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I just didn't do it. So, yeah, they were just featured in every fans. Chiefs are winning because the Bills, because of Perna. Might. Wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. All right, let's head on over to our Patreon here. And let's shout out, of course, our Liquor Master Ray. And we got to go to the Beer Masters as well. Give me a hot second. Bam, bam, bam. You got the Royal Brett Goody. You got Rachel. You got Ghost. We got Sticks. We got Liz. We got Kip Gaming. Joel Dale. Rat-a-tat Matt. Tenor Mike 3. Adam. And of Ghost Lip. Bang, boom. A big shout out and thank you to you all. Trenton with a fire. I had a failed engagement like 2-ish years ago and eventually got to the same sentiment as Tom. Failed engagement is better than a divorce. Amen. Kayvon Tour. No, we need Chiefs to lose. Fan of the AFC West team. It's fair. It's fair. Hey, Pal and Fire. Tom, you had thoughts on big YouTubers taking a break or done making videos? Just curious what someone who understands the grind thinks. Yeah, I've actually talked about this. I get it. I get it. Because while this is a business in which if you are successful, it could be a lucrative one, I can only speak from a sports creation standpoint because I do content every day. You know, during the off season, I'll take off like a Saturday or a Sunday, but I put out videos 5 days a week since August of 2019. And there are people who put out videos every day. There's people who put them out every week, what have you. But the point is like you have to, on this platform, especially if you don't adapt, you will die. If I take a substantial break during the season, somebody will replace me. And that's not to say like, oh, I'm going to lose all these things. But I've seen it even within this space of creators who have kind of let their channel fall by the wayside a little bit and it doesn't become the priority. And then they never get it back or it's a long climb to do so. So the thing for me is it took me years to get to this point. I've been doing this since 2015 now. It's taken years to get to this point. And I love it. And it is the greatest job I've ever had. I loved it. And I love teaching just in terms of just what I'm able to do, the creativity that I'm able to do. And I get to create something that's not beholden to anybody. I don't have any bosses. I don't have anything. I just got to please the audience, right? But I get to do that with making the kind of content that I want to make. So I get it. I've been burned down since 2019. I'm exhausted. But that's also driving me to commit to taking a break during the off season, still putting out content 5 days a week. Don't get me wrong, but allowing myself to be like, okay, you know, in July, I can go on vacation. In, you know, beginning of April before the draft, I can go on a week vacation, make sure the content's all planned out and go like decompress, kind of just recharge. Cause I have a pretty quick battery. Like it recharges pretty quickly. The thing is I haven't been on a vacation in 5 years. So it's just time for one. Rapid Fire, Eagles collapse, the most shocking I've seen in some time. It was pretty bad. I mean, the Titans one last year was really, really bad, but Janine, Janine's married to a cute Italian. Hey, there you go. There you go. Miss with a 20. Thank you for authentic response. As a Bronco fan, I get that, as we have excellent players, less than stellar behavior. I hope Green Bay destroys the 49ers. Let's go. Let's go. Please. Please, please, please. I do like dogs. I have 2 dogs. I have Dash and I have Sinclair, otherwise known as Moosey. And then, yeah, I have 2 gatos as well. Dos gatos. Dos! Is Janine the person Joe had Danny with? She could have met Joe up north and they both turned south. Interesting idea, isn't it? Amateur, what's your take on Brock Purdy? I mean, dude went from being the last picked player in the draft to now, you know, starting in an NFC Championship game, had a great year last year. I think he is a very good player, also on a very good team, which makes him look even better. No, but I think he's a very good quarterback. Brett with a fire. Tom, do you think the Jaguars re-signed Ridley after the ups and downs season he had? That is a great question. What's his, because I know he got traded, but what is his contract looking like? Let's see. Let's take a gander together. Calvin Ridley contract. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so, all right, so he's a free agent in, oh, wait, is he up for free agency right now? Oh, crap. I didn't realize that. Is he really? Damn, I didn't even realize that. Crap. I think he's a great weapon. I don't know how much you pay him and how long you do. Because you had him and there was just a lot of excitement. It just didn't really amount to a whole lot. There were stretches where he looked really good. But, yeah, I don't know. I think you do because he's a unique weapon, but he's got to get the ball more. And maybe, like, you could blame some of his production on the offensive woes. But, it's going to be interesting. Hey, Lee. Let's go. Got me interested in football again? Could be a beautiful thing. Could be a beautiful thing. Perna cursed the Buccaneers. He cursed the Buccaneers on the curse wheel. So, it's going to get crazy. All right, let's crack open a brewski. Not any spotted cows or anything like that. I don't even know what I have in here. Oh, it's pretty empty. I got to go shopping at some point. You know what? We'll stick with New Glarus. We'll have a little IPA action. Why not? Why not? Give me the red thread. Things are connecting. They are. Also, it was really fun to like go back into my old notebooks and find like the notes that I had for Jordan Love, like saying that like he just needed to develop, but sitting behind Rodgers could be amazing. That's pretty damn cool. It was cool, and I still have them. I mean, I still have my notebooks. I have, like, all of them. I actually, in that same notebook, and yes, I'm wearing penguin pants. Like a legend. But, you want to talk about ancient texts. Hey, it's Johnny Barks. Coach Season 2. There you go. Coach Season 2. Coach Season 3. All in the notebook. Curtis! With Taryn 2010-11 season, I got to be on the field and watch and celebrate the Packers, oh my god, after the Super Bowl. Now you're a fan of the year, I hope we can share that experience. Oh my, Curtis, that's like a core memory that like you'll never ever forget. Like ever. So that's freaking amazing. Hey, pal, to a fair love throw this season? Oh man, there's been a few of them. And it might have been against the Lions. I think that was to Reed, right? Where he like put that ball in between like two defenders like crossing over. It was insane. There was a few from that Dallas game, though. Game on tour. Well, if love kind of sucks next year, could happen. It definitely could happen. Eric with Fire. Unsolved Mystery should do an episode on what happened to the Philadelphia Eagles. Never seen a team with that kind of start collapse like that. The thing is, like, it was there throughout the season, especially if you were an Eagles fan. Like, you could see the writing on the wall, and you just hope that things got better. And it's similar to the Jaguars. It's just the offense never got better, and the defense didn't either. Harley with a fire. Tom, what do you think of the Packers' #1 depth chart, week 124? Do we draft a wide receiver this offseason? Love this young wide receiver core. I wouldn't be surprised if we wind up with a day 2 pick, maybe. Or maybe like a 4th rounder drafting a wide receiver. But I also wouldn't be surprised. It depends on what happens with Christian Watson. But I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of just roll with this similar wide receivers next year. And like they'll put Watson at #1 or something. But I don't think it'll mean a whole lot. Because I think what you saw even on Sunday, Christian Watson and Jaden Reed's had this amazing season, and Christian Watson, who's supposed to be wide receiver 1, they didn't have a lot of production in that game. Instead, it was Romeo Doubs, right? And Romeo Doubs has gone through stretches where he didn't do a whole lot. So I like the fact that they just have so much depth at that position, which is so different from where they were last year, that now they're able to kind of be like, well, it doesn't really matter who's lined up where, because, we could just get them the ball. And that same, thing could go with tight ends as well. Because Musgrave was looking great, and he goes down, and Tucker Kraft looked pretty damn good, too. Andrew to fire. Love and Rodgers are the only first-round QBs to sit for 3 years. So far, this method is 2-0. Beast to fire. Imagine if Romo and Collinsworth announced the Bills-Chiefs game together. Oh, man. B. Johnson, thanks for gifted 5 memberships. Appreciate you. Bardock Couture, love for GPS, ? Can we get Jordan Love? That's a Jordan Love question. I would love to. I don't know if Jordan Love hates me or not, though, because of my reaction to him being drafted because I didn't want a quarterback. So, we'll try. Mr. Atura, do you listen to the Solo Monster? I do not know what that is. Sorry. Jason Atura, the NFL feels kind of off this year. I don't think it feels off. I think it's just different. I think there's a ton of parity within the NFL. I think anybody can win and anybody can lose. And I think that we went through stretches where we're like, wow, this team's the best team in the NFL, like the 49ers. And then that didn't work out. They lose 3 games. Then we go, okay, it's because it was injured. They're the best team again. Then the Ravens beat the crap out of them. Now the consensus is the Ravens are the number 1 team. We'll see if that holds true. We'll see. So, AM, appreciate you. Listen, worked hard on that lore. Kevin Whittour looks like Mark Murphy knows what he's doing. Goody too. Crazy, huh? Cheers, folks. Appreciate you. Let's go. Meadow and Fire. Regardless of tomorrow's game, take solace in a year of unknowns. 2 things remain the same. The franchise QB and ownership of the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Let's go. Come on, Knight. We rocking. Don't jinx the Ravens. I think the Perna did more of that than anything. So, it's going to be fun, though. It is going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. They usually refer to the divisional round as, like, the best weekend in football because, like, a lot of the wild card teams are gone, what have you. I think it's going to be great. Eric Witter, he's still planning on seeing Hans Zimmer. I bought tickets and everything. You know when I bought tickets? Last June. That's when I bought them for. You know what I did last June? I went to 30 stadiums in 30 days, so unfortunately I missed him. I would love to see Hans Zimmer. Last time I checked, though, he wasn't touring. I haven't checked in a while, but yeah. Gave up that concert. I was going to go to the UK to go see him, and that was going to be awesome, but more important things. Brett Witter, honest predictions on Love leading the Packers to a Super Bowl in his first season. As a Packers starter, I think it would be poetic in a sense Love does something Rodgers couldn't do. I mean, he still took him to the Super Bowl, and, I don't care if it's the first season or not as a starter. Is it possible? Yes. And I think if they do, it's going to be because of that offense and Jordan Love. So let's put it that way. I think it's going to be a real tough road to get there. But if they do somehow beat the 49ers tomorrow, I'll feel a lot more confident about it. Meadow with there. Hey, Tom. Wonder where your Royal Rumble predictions are. Mine is Punk for men's and Bailey for women's. Literally the exact same. I have the exact same. Yeah, I think Punk's winning men's. I think Bailey's winning women's Rumble. And yes, there will be a small meetup for WrestleMania 40. Yes, because I will be there. All that information will come out as we get a little bit closer. I'm excited. Colin, if honestly Rodgers would be better the owner than in Chicago. McCaskies are absolutely clueless about hiring staff. Players will never be able to develop. Yada with a fire. Tom, what would you do if hypothetically at overtime in the championship and Jordan Love throws a pick 6 to Brian Branch? I would be very sad. And then I go, well, it's going to be a tough day on the internet. See Dust with a fire. Tom, what do you think is going to win Rumbles? Yep, I think Punk and Bailey. Punk and Bailey are a good shot. Maybe Punk and Becky. Maybe. Is Becky wrestling in the Rumble? I don't even know at this point. So, yeah. They were, Johnny. I mean, they wanted Jordan Love, and they went and they got their guy. So, yeah, I just want to see. I might get you 20,000. Oh, yeah. That also would happen, too. If Brian Branch intercepted Jordan Love in overtime to go to the Super Bowl, yeah, no, I'd break every record I ever had, ever. And I would also scream. I'm just going to let you know. Rumble is going to be crazy. I'm excited for the Rumble. It's also one of the reasons why I want to potentially stream it. So that'll be good. That would be good. Solwood 20. Just watch Perna's video on devastating playoff losses, followed by Tree's David Tepper condemnation, followed by your deep dive on the Packers QB development. Don't know what it is about video essays, but I love them. Hey, I appreciate that, Saul. Yeah, video essays don't really do too great on my channel, but that's okay. Every now and then I still like to make them, and I wanted to make a video like this, if Love turned out to be good, because I also want to make sure that, like, Tom Clements gets his, gets his flowers as he should. But, yeah, it's been crazy. Nick Swit 20, if you could make good money doing stand-up or teaching history on YouTube in college or high school or sports vid, what would you choose? You're a great teacher. History streams are great. Of course, sports streams are fun too. No, I'd be doing what I'm doing now. Yeah, no, it'd be doing the sports vids. I mean, because I get to combine the best of both worlds and I can still do those things. So yeah, no, doing what I do now, like I said, I absolutely love it. It is exhausting, especially like around now and, when you're going full speed, but yeah, no, it's the best job I ever had. So I love it. I get to do and make whatever I want to make. Nick Waturi, you feel like it's time to get rid of Bakhtiari? I can see the argument for it, but if he's healthy, he's one of the best left tackles in the game. So If he can play, you play him. If he doesn't want to play, then, then goes to the Jets. But it seems like at least he tweeted out that the plan was to come back to Green Bay. We'll see. A lot of things could happen in the offseason, though. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, yeah, Jeremiah, it's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy. Yeah, we'll do some history streams in the offseason. That's why I doubled up in November, because I was like, there's no shot in December. And then January, True. It's true. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, no, it's this. It's definitely this. So, and again, too, like, I also want to just keep on evolving. I think that's something I've been able to do pretty well. I think that this past year, like, Scripted it's the most popular series I've ever done. Like, ever. And it's not even close. Like, Coach is not as popular, obviously, but the fan base is fanatical about it. Love y'all. The Sagas are popular. The East was really popular. The North is really popular. The West was pretty popular. But yeah, no, Scripted. Yeah, exactly. 10,900 people in the premiere for Scripted, which came out late on Tuesday. Insanity. Sports are fire. You need to build a good foundation before getting a QB, or else you end up a QB draft cycle forever. Draft is more often about where than who. Yeah, I mean, you can get like a generational talent, but like I said, who is usually drafting these like, first or second overall picks at QBs? It's bad football teams, right? Because that's usually why they have the picks. So they're already being put in not a great situation. So it's tough for them to do well. That's how you knew Joe Burrow was special. Bardock with fire. Now Steelers are gone. What's the most boring game? I watch you at work. Makes the day better. Keep on, Tom. Hey, I appreciate you. Now, I don't want to say it's boring, but I think there's a chance that the Chiefs and Bills actually winds up turning into like a low-scoring game. It wouldn't be bad, but Bear with fire. Drinking tons of water right now to have a consistent stream for P for the D tomorrow. Come on now. Go Pack, go. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta. Nathan, exactly. You got to start with that O-line. You have to. Week 18 Scripted, definitely the best scripted video of the week. Who agrees? Ooh. I really like the one I did this week, too. I thought it came out really well. Because it's also just made for fans. Like, depending on how much you watch football, like, there are jokes in there that it's, like, so obscure that it's like, oh, this team, this coach, this, like, random event that happened this week. Like, it's pretty great. NFL and fire. Do you think Joe Barry's job is safe? BS, what's your favorite games you've ever watched in Packers history? Packers beating the Bears, week 17. Randall Cobb is one of my favorites. Desno Catch is one of my favorites. Actually, the 2011 game against the Giants, not where they lost in the playoffs, but from the regular season, I was there. It's one of my favorite games ever. I loved it. And of course, Super Bowl. Of course. And Joe Barry, if they beat the 49ers, yeah, I think he is. Meadow to fire. Love the North Saga. The lore is insane. I would love to see the South get a Saga because I want to see you do for the Colts. Meta, well, I got a story for you. It's already done. I did it last year. This is the last one I'm doing because I already did the East, I did the West, I did the South, and I did the North. So there you go. You can go and check that out. Oh, and you're gonna love if you like the Colts, you will love the Colts character, Raymond Day Colt. It's true. God, I'm telling you. The South, when everything is all said and done, it's going to age so well. It's going to age so well. Oh, it's going to be good. Nigel, too. I saw that. Atlanta, Falcons making moves. Belichick and Harbaugh. Second interviews for both of them. Revenue with fire. The Ravens, as agents of the Shadowfell, shall avenge the moon. The Strouds must pay nevermore. It's true. The Strouds did blow it up. They did blow up the moon. Can that stop the Baltimore Ravens? That's the question. See, that's the thing, too. The South would have been a lot of fun, like, if the Strouds idea was for this. But then it just is, it's mini lore. It's fine. Movie with fire. Would you say Roddy Piper's Foreign They Live is the best by a wrestler in a film? No. I would say Dave Bautista, either in his short little thing in Blade Runner 2049, John Cena and Peacemaker. You could also use Suicide Squad too, the second one. But yeah, Peacemaker, he's really great in, and I think he's an underrated comedic talent as well. But also Batista as Drax too. So, I mean, I love Roddy Piper, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. I'm all out of bubblegum, you know? Speaking of lore, I want answers on where my boy is. You'll see him. You'll see him. Don't you worry. Yeah, the themes are consistent. Well, like, everything there is a great point. The South, like, I knew that the South sagas were gonna be bad. And I knew that it was going to be not as exciting for storylines in terms of, oh, like, trying to get a crown and all that stuff. But I was like, all right, so I'm just gonna try to make some great characters, and that's it. Wait, we'll see Carl? Yep. Not in this saga, but you'll see him. Solid Day Tour. Edge also kicks ass in Percy Jackson on Disney Plus. Hey, there you go. There you go. How is that new series? I never read the books or anything. It just wasn't my, not around my time, but just saying. Well, we all skimmed over the fact that Ed lied to Tim for years about everything. Yup. He is a complicated character. And I also wanted to make sure that that was of note too. And that has been alluded to throughout the entire season, that you've kind of seen. Okay. In a lot of these sagas, right, you take a character or two and you've seen like the evolution and development of that character and becoming like a hero or a good guy or what have you. With Ed, it was started off in a bad place and it's kind of like, all right. But then he kind of gets a little goofy, right? And like his character really starts taking shape, but his like original character doesn't go away. And especially when he's faced with like the loss of Tim, it's kind of like the de-evolution of a character. And him talking to Otto, and because this whole entire saga is about like generational trauma. I mean, that's the whole exact thing, right? It talk about Steve and what his desires were, and Otto and how that fed into Steve, which then wound up hurting Otto even more. And then the entire thing with Ed, Tim, and then also being related to Otto and Steve. You know, and then of course you look at the North, where it's the exact same thing in terms of like generational trauma, or at least trauma that is dealt with. Like, I think I told you I had something to do with Randall. Like, Randall was still going to play a pivotal part. Randall's development throughout this season, I would say, is kind of one of the more understated ones, kind of similar to like Jerry in the West. But it was understated because there's a point in this last episode that's a huge moment. Because for the first time, Lionel literally tells him, like, hey, you know, like, I let Ref die. And now Randall is faced with a choice because Charles already kind of like come over to the side and is like, yo, I got you. But Randall, like, you just gave him all the ammunition you wanted. And Lionel would have probably never said that because he went through his own character development as well. But he would have never told that to Randall because it would have been used against him to hurt him as they're all fighting for this thing. So it really marks a time where he doesn't go to Vince to tell him. Instead, he does the right thing and he goes to Ed to tell him. And, you know, I think that that's growth, baby. Canwood Fire just sneaked into another dorm building 2 blocks away to do laundry because the ones here are all broken. How's your day going? Oh, I do not miss those days. I do not miss those days at all. Mason Tour, X Factor for the Pack tomorrow. Go Pack, go. Pass rush. Got to get after Brock Purdy. And also control the clock. Right, Joe? Tour, Liz, if you want to see your boy, Tom, check your DM. What? Who? Where? How? Why? Hey, there you go. Got the grain shovel. Oh, yes, definitely a good sticker. Definitely, Rachel. You gotta. Right, if I love this week's episode of the North Saga, a fitting end for Otto, but sad as well. Keep up the great work. Go Bills and go Pack, go. So I'm not going to lie. While I'm very happy about the Strouds winning, and ladies and gentlemen, on 2-1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, it is minute 69. Nice. Got him. But yeah, not gonna lie. Kelsey, we're to her. 69-minute warning. It would have been awesome if the Browns wound up beating the Texans just for the lore. Because I would have been able to do a little bit more with Otto. at the end of the day, I got to where I needed to get to with that character, but I would have liked him to stick around for a little bit. Hey, Micah, happy frickin' frackin' birthday. Enjoy the day. I would have liked him to stick around for a little bit because I could have just, I don't know, I could have let it simmer a little bit more, but it's all good. Alex and Fire, I want revenge on the 49ers for all the crap they've done to us. I'm done. Packers win in Detroit. I go to Detroit to see the NFC Championship game. Let's go. Let's go. Lanny and Fire, go back, go! No, I feel like the 49ers are going to be ready for him. Yeah, they'll be a lot more prepared than the Cowboys were. Joe and Fire, Dolphins fan. Am I delusional for still believing in Tua is not elite QB, but he's easily the best QB the Dolphins had since Marino? No, I think that's 100% correct. I think that is 100% correct. Yeah. Yeah, but unfortunately couldn't do it. Browns lost, so it is what I think. Again, I basically dedicated the vast majority of the episode to that. Because there was things that needed to happen. And also, like, the Lions winning, that also, like, went to Lionel discovering that. I wanted to do that thing with Randall. So I didn't get to do it exactly as I anticipated, but I still think it worked out. No, not all the mods are Packers fans. No. What's the upset of the week? Hopefully Packers 49ers. Take that. We take that. Come on now. Come on. Pezzo! What's going on? 85th anniversary of Gone with the Wind, huh? Huh. All right. That's something. That is something. How many episodes left? Caleb, likely one. Likely one more episode, and that's it. So, we'll see. We'll see. But it'll be a fitting end. And I've told you this. I've had this last scene in my head for a bit of like this thing that I want between Lionel and Vince. And I am very, very excited to finally do it. Jed with a 5-2. Hot take. Tom has the nicest nice on YouTube. Unrelated math question. If you start with 100 footballs and take away 31, how many are remaining? Well, I believe that's 69. Saul with a 10er. Nice. Don't like to usually cheer for any Packers to suck, but seeing Sean Clifford struggle being put into the Dallas game when people clamor for him to replace Love in October fills my heart with vindication. Yeah, Saul, but we know why. We know why they were calling for Sean Clifford. We know why. We don't claim that part. We don't claim that part. Nay. Stephanie! Thanks for gifted 5 memberships. Appreciate you, Steph. Thank you. Brandon members, head on over to the community tab, join the Discord. If you had time, would you go to film school? That's a great question. I don't know, maybe. But I don't know if I would ever have that kind of time, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm obviously limited in what I can do. I think I've gotten much better, and especially with like dialogue and with framing shots. So here's your fun fact of the day. And I had, I actually had the first scene of this shot. So there was supposed to be a few lines that were in the script that wound up not making it into the episode. Rizzo Tour, have you ever considered an NFC and AFC reacts? Like just in general? No, because I do every fan, so I think that kind of covers it. But there was the whole like auto death scene was supposed to take place outside. And I went out there and I was like, oh my God, this sucks. It was snowing, but it looked really cool. And I was like, this is going to be great. But it was so effing cold just standing out there in short sleeves, which usually I've done. I mean, I've jumped through a fake table like in the snow in a t-shirt, but I was just like, I can't. It just zapped all of it out. I mean, I was like, I can't. This is going to be miserable. And like there was dogs barking down the block. There was buses going around. And I was just like, nope, I need to get this done. And I want to get this done today. We can't do this outside. And then I was like, well, crap, what am I going to do? Like, where am I going to frame this? Because it would be looking really cool outside in the snow. But then I was like, oh, he's got to die in front of the fire. And then that's how that came to be. I would have 20. Good Samaritan moment on Wednesday. After the second snow in Buffalo, I could finish only half my driveway due to cold, wind, and illness and no plow. An anonymous neighbor plowed the rest out Thursday morning. Chaotic good. Hey! That's it, That's it. And we just pay it forward, baby. And we just pay it forward. Alex Otero, one minor thing I overlooked from Packers Cowboys on Sunday. Darnell Savage. Yep, interception for a TD. Made the score 26-0, matching his jersey number. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And good for Darnell Savage, man. He's kind of gone through it, and this season he's gotten better. Meadow with Day Tour as a mailman can confirm it's cold outside. It is. It is. Lucky to fire. I might get to see the Cook Bros face off against each other if the Ravens and Bills get to the AFC Championship. That's very true. Joe, if I imagine a Bucks-Texans Super Bowl outcome for the scriptwriter and the ultimate karma for the Browns trading for Watson. Dude, can you imagine the Strouds in the Super Bowl? Nick's with a turn. Do you have a love-hate relationship with view subs as a measure of success? I see scripted vids all average 200K views, while the max for Coach Season 5 is 27K. North Saga and 1330 is only around 100K. So yeah, Nick's, that's an amazing question. But I have answered like parts of this before. I can record a reaction video right now that the Raiders kept Antonio Pierce, and it just because it's in the middle of the season, like, and it's in playoffs, it will probably do better than the finale of 30 and 30. I made the active choice to do 30 and 30 during the offseason to make sure that at one, I could do it, and two, knowing that there wasn't a lot going on in the NFL and I could also get away, and if it was to do well, it might do well there. But I knew the views were never probably going to be there. It was going to be a tough road to try and go quote unquote viral. But at the same time, I do a lot of like the team reactions and stuff. I'm not talking about season. I'm talking like a game happens and I do a team reaction because I really enjoy doing them. But at the same time, that kind of stuff allows me to have the resources, views, keeps the channel going, etc., to do the things that I'm really, really passionate about. And that is like scripted, for example. I love doing scripted because I get to just be super creative with it. The sagas. And of course, Coach. Not a lot of people watch Coach. I've said this a million times. I lose money, I lose subscribers, time, everything on Coach. But I love doing it. So that's why I do it. And just like everything I do enjoy doing it, or I wouldn't do it at all. So I have said this before. Once, if at some point I am fortunate enough to hit 1 million subscribers, that will relieve a lot of anxiety like about that number, because right now for me, that's the most important number that I deal with. It's subscriber number, because that's what I want. I want to grow. That's more important than money to me. That's more important than anything in terms of like YouTube analytics. It's the subscriber number. And I'm just talking about numbers. I want to be very clear. Like, I want people to like this stuff too, but I'm talking about just in terms of just plain old numbers. It's subscribers, and it's not necessarily like based off of success, but they're in the profession that I'm in and the type of content that I do. I don't have amazing off seasons. Once mid-May comes through all the way up until September, I put out content still 5 days a week, and it just doesn't do as well. It allows me to pay all my bills, like, you know, and like all that great stuff. And it's content that I like to make, and I can be a little bit more creative with it. I can do more video essays, what have you. And I know views will be down, but just to be able to be like, hey, we hit 1 million subscribers, we're rocking. I don't have to worry about that anymore. If I don't get another subscriber after 1 million, like, I'm cool. I do want to hit that. It's a personal thing for me. I want to hit that. I want to raise $1 million for charity overall. I want to raise $1 million for charity in a year. And like, those are the goals that I'm also working towards. And I think not having to worry about the subscriber number will also just lead me to taking more chances, because you saw that for 30 and 30. I didn't do that for me, you know, and I think just the way it came out and the response from the community was incredible. And like, that just makes me want to take more chances on ideas that I have. If that makes sense. That was a long-winded answer. Lanny with a fire. Belichick gets the Falcons job. Will he start off the first 2 seasons 28-3? Yes. Yes. Funkhouse with Tanner. Unfortunately working patrol overtime tonight and tomorrow during the game. So I'll be looking forward to listening to you live. Hopefully punch the 49ers in the mouth. Have a drink on me. Go Pack, go! Let's go, Funk. I got you. I got you. Knicks return labor of love, worth it. Us fans enjoy them. That's it. And you could tell, too. I mean, like, there's obviously things that I just love to do. Jonathan at Fire, it's been a while, but I'm going to see Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins in September. Nice. One band or artist you want to see in their prime? Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Maiden, any one of those. Jared with a fiber. Love the episode, especially with Randall and Ed getting a new Packers jersey soon. Go Pack, go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Richard Fire Tom, we had over 500 fans shoveling our stadium today and still going. Fan base deserves it all. Go Bills! Rooting for your pack tomorrow. It's great. There's so many connections between like the Bills Mafia and like the Packers too. Whether it's just like the setup and where it is, the small town feel, and then yeah, we shovel our own stadiums. Mom chill with a tenor. When's the Grossi coffee? It rhymes coming. Bought Perna's coffee and meat. I don't drink coffee. So Perna actually approached me first and was like, hey, do you want to sell coffee? And I was like, I don't drink coffee, so I wouldn't feel comfortable advertising it to people. So we did a limited run of tea. Fading with a fire. Jordan Love, Bears owner, beat Dallas in the postseason. In your best Stephen A voice, he's a bad man. Depressed with a 3. Hey, Tom, Cowboys fan here. Hope the Packers win. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Come on now. Come on. Janine, I'm hoping to get to the P.O. Box next week. I'm hoping. So, I hope this doesn't come across as a gotcha. As much as I want to know your opinion. What are your thoughts on the Pat McAfee show interview after the more recent events on the show? Oh, like all the stuff with like Rogers and the Kimmel stuff and like Epstein stuff. Here's what I will always be thankful and grateful for Pat, because he did not have to do this. He donated $25,000 to St. Jude. And on top of that, he allowed me to come on his program. And at the end of the day, like, it is his program. So, no, I am always grateful and appreciative of that. And, like, I can leave it there. Like, I can leave it there. Because at that point, that's it. You know, he, just by himself, just because he wanted to, he did those two things. And I will always be appreciative of that. And, like, I don't care about the Jimmy Kimmel, Aaron Rodgers feud. Like, I don't have the bandwidth to pay attention to it or care. You know, and whatever they wind up doing on their show, like whatever they do, wish them well, you know, again, because they did something for the community and to help people that they didn't have to do, and I'll always be appreciative of that. That's it. Jam with a tour. How about the Raiders? AP, baby. AP, you made the right choice. Meta with a fire. Been trying to use YouTube streaming and I'm struggling with it. Any advice? It's a pain in the ass. Don't do it. Use a different program like Streamlabs or Streamlabs OBS or something like that. And you'll have a much better time, in my opinion. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but just watch a few YouTube videos and it's better. Brandon with 20. Really irritated about these Kingsbury to Chicago rumors. Dude got ran out of Arizona for a reason. Don't care if it's just an OC. Now have a job in the NFL. I feel like Greg Roman is who they'll probably go for. Brandon, I want to sit you down for a hot second. Listen, I don't like the Chicago Bears. I don't like the Chicago Bears. You want Greg Roman as your... Let me put it this way. If the Bears went out and hired Greg Roman tomorrow, I would be happy. Do you want me to be happy about what decisions your team is doing? You don't. Cliff Kingsbury at least has the tie to Caleb Williams. So if you wind up getting there, at least there's some familiarity there. And maybe, you know, some of the growing pains aren't as rough, if you will. I mean, I'm just saying. Greg Roman? Yeah, exactly. Just ask Ravens fans. You don't want Greg Roman. You don't want him. I promise. I promise you don't. I promise. So, exactly, Rachel. That's what I use. You know, and it works out really well. So, I enjoy it a lot. Who's a worse father, Otto or Mac's dad? I mean, Mac's dad sucks, but it's got to be Otto. Yeah, it's got to be Otto. CLQ says, please hire Greg Rowan. She's a Lions fan. When you have division rivals saying, yes, hire this man, don't hire that man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nay. Don't. But I will say, it, like, in all seriousness, if you don't hire Greg Roman, another offensive coordinator that I would love the Bears to get is Matt Canada. Brandon, what they fire, I don't want him personally, but I feel like that's what they're going to do. I agree with you. Oh, that would be rough. That would be rough. Nick's with fire. It's been a while. I was saying that in your voice today. Maybe laugh. Now you're a big fan of the original song. I actually loved that song growing up. I loved that song growing up, but I haven't heard that in forever. Forever. Who's going to win MVP? It's going to be Lamar, Christian McCaffrey, I would assume. One of there. We will stop the 49ers offense tomorrow. We going to find out tomorrow. That's going to be the biggest challenge. I think we can move the ball against that defense. It's just the offense is worrisome. Game on tour. How does Love play while under pressure? He's one of the coolest, calmest QBs I've seen in a while. So pressure, that don't bother me. That don't bother me. Like, dude, especially when our offensive line was not great in the beginning of this season and like midway through. Yeah, no, he's good. He's fine. Jam with a tour. Chiefs should hire Matt Canada. Well, there you go. Matt Canada, Matt Nagy, also just together. Joint OCs. Come on now. Joint OCs. Joe, when it fires, it's difficult for you to separate the athlete from the person sometimes, depending on the severity of their actions. For example, like your Chris Benoit. No, it's not. Because I could go, yeah, Chris Benoit is a great wrestler. He's also like one of the worst human beings. So anything, like there is a point, I think to answer your question, Joe, there's a point for me, and it's different for everybody. There's a point where you do something and it overshadows what you have done in the past. You know, and I'm not saying like that should be for everything. I'm not saying that people can't grow. I'm not saying that people can't get better or improve. And I think that that's something in this society that we should definitely encourage. But at the same time, in cases like that, I don't give a flying crap how great of a wrestler was for Chris Benoit because he killed his family. So yeah, I don't care about it. I don't talk about him. I don't care about him. I don't care how good he was in the ring because he did something that was so like egregiously god awful. So, right away, turn. Used to failure and then making the wrong decisions. Really don't know who they should get. I would like them to keep Fields and draft Marvin Harrison Jr. and keep building the O-line. I think that's the smartest thing to do, but I don't know if they will. Spider! Which why we have 5 blowout games last week. Do you think we have 1 this week? Yeah, 1, maybe 2. Maybe. Okay, on tour, agree with Jambeard. Broncos fan. Prince with a fire. Watch your Packers QB video. Do you think the Lions took the same approach with Hendon Hooker? I think it's more of they drafted him as a just in case. I think the Lions, they've more built their team correctly, by the way, through the trenches. And let's just say, if Jared Goff is not the guy, I think you put anybody behind that offensive line, they're already going to look better, which is what you want. So whether that is going out in free agency at some point in the next few years, or it's with Jared Goff or whatever, they'll be rock and rolling because they did it the right way. Mason with Terra. Sounds like a broken record, but regardless of what happens tomorrow night, could not be more proud of this young Packers team, what they accomplish. Amen. Amen. It's amazing. It's amazing. Nathan, intro song for the regular episodes called Garage on YouTube. Joe, today, no Cowboys fans. Cowboys should hire Matt Canada. That's fair. That's fair. Jam with the fire. Tour, did you see the Seth Rollins news? I did. Thankfully, it's only going to be, I think they said like a month or something like that. It sucks, but thankfully he's not going to miss Mania or anything like that. Russell Wilson to the Lions. Yep. That's it. STM, I don't even think they really match that well, to be honest. It's just conspiracy, whatever. It's just whatever, Yeah, as long as Seth makes it to Mania. Also, I don't think they'll do this, but damn, they better not make him drop that belt. If you are allowing Roman Reigns to hold on to it for like 4 months without wrestling, you better let Seth hold on to it. Knicks with fire. Cold week, Seattle in the 20s, and I had a water bottle in my car. Do the instant freeze thing. Cool to see, but not the first time I've seen it. Yeah, that was the Chiefs game, right? They were pulling out things from the fridge. It was nuts. Solid at fire. Can you just jump into WWE, or is there a way to start on the storyline? You can just jump in, and I will say that, MCL, you can recover in like 4 to 8 weeks. So, yeah, it depends on how bad it is. But you can jump in. I will say, if you watch their weekly programming, they do a really good job kind of catching everybody up to speed. If you were going to start watching, I'd start at the Rumble. Patrice with fire. Tom from Quebec City. What do you think about Antonio Pierce staying in Vegas? I think it's the best decision they could have made. The players love him. And I mean, at that point, what else could you ask for? You had like your key franchise player saying, yes, we want this as our head coach. Front office listened. And regardless of what happens, I think that's a win. Hey, pal, if I had an infinite budget, what's a big name actor you'd want to play your characters in the Saga series or your scripted series? Okay, this might be a cop-out. I wouldn't hire actors. I would hire people to operate cameras. I would hire people to do the editing. I would hire people to do that and make the quality of it really, really good. Gallon of fire. If the Packers had to get an OC, who would that be? Asking for a Saints fan. If they had, so on. You're asking if they had to get an OC, who would that be? I mean, ugh. No one from the Saints. This one wouldn't be Pete Carmichael. I'll tell you that much. I know he's gone now, but I mean, he's gonna get like head coaching nods too. You look at the Texans offensive coordinator, probably Ravens. They're a successful team. They're probably gonna get some calls. Ben Johnson obviously is gonna get calls, but he's gonna get head coaching calls. Yeah, I'd say those are some of the ones that are sticking out right now, like off the top of my head. Meadow with the fire. I don't think Seth needs to wrestle the whole way till Mania. He's a workhorse and deserves some rest. Completely agree. Richard Fire, off topic, might be to ask for, but the offseason, do you ever consider doing NHL content? I am planning on potentially doing some this year. Joe at Tour, which of the Falcons Raiders do a QB? Well, if they go get like a Bill Bell, I think the Falcons are in a position where they'll just move up. Or they'll just draft the guy at 8 where they are. But Raiders, I'm curious. They could rock with AOC still and say like, hey, we'll give him another offseason, make him the starter, and if we're bad, we just draft a quarterback. Which I wouldn't be surprised because they're also going to be competing with the Broncos. And the Broncos, if I'm not mistaken, they have a higher pick than them, right? So, yeah. It's my favorite hockey player, Bjorkstrand. Come on now. Come on now. Gotta also love Maddie on the Kraken. Come on now. Come on now. I will, yes, there will be super cuts of both of those. I really want to stream Kraken games. I do. I think we could have so much fun on streaming hockey. And I legit think, like, I really want to make some of the Kraken things that I do when I play NHL. Like, I want to make that things that happen in real life. Like like when Bjorkstrand, scores, you fall down to your knees and thank the elder gods because obviously he is a Viking, but the good kind. And you just yell out Bjorkstrand at the top of your lungs. You yell out Maddie, right? McCann, who's McCain, American hero. You do a salute. Listen, there's already lore for hockey. It's already there. I just have to find the time. Even though the Kraken got their ass kicked by the Rangers a few days ago. Got their ass kicked. Come on now. Ice Kitty goes meow. It's true. Baseball, probably not. I'm not a huge baseball fan. Like playoffs, I'll watch like a game 6 or 7 or something, but yeah, I'm just not. Hockey lore. I just don't know enough about hockey right now. I don't. I be learning. Brandon Terran, what if Pole's just interviewing Kingsbury to get some insight on Williams? Ooh, that's a good call. I think he already knows what he's going to do. Poles has to get the offseason right if he's going to stay. Accurate. This is Eberflus and him. Both their jobs are on the line. On the line. Steven, that's hope. That is the hope. So, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Oh, no. The Kraken, do you want to know the real reason why I chose the Kraken? There's one reason. Gals with A5, what subject they teach? History, high school history. So Global 9 Honors, Global 10, AP Euro, Psych, Civics, Economics, US. Yep. Joe, tourist pick it done in Pittsburgh? No, I don't think so. No, I think didn't I just see something today that they're going to be bringing him back? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Hold on. There's one reason why. Where are you? Where are you? Solid. If I you, the Clickbait Boys, ever think of doing a live in-person show? I have thought about it, and it will happen this summer. I don't know about them. We'll see, but it's a lot of coordinating to do with multiple people who live all across the country. Meadow Tour Grossi History Lesson Stream. I mean, I've done a bunch of them already. We've done World War I. We've done post-World War I. We've done imperialism. I'll be bringing them back. I'll be bringing them back in the offseason. Jam! With a fiver. Let's go Winnipeg Jets! Top of the league. Also Kraken hockey team. Just a bunch of mind flayers. Hey, come on now. This wasn't the picture. Damn it. I gotta find it. Justified child of Green Bay for the draft. Seems like it'd already be up your alley. Also, see, I met with our owner. Wonder how that went. No, that'll be an interesting conversation. And yes, I will be at the draft in Green Bay. Yes, that is a certainty. I will be there. Damn it. Where is this thing? Hold on. It's not this godforsaken mascot, whatever the hell this is. This thing is a monster, an abomination. It's like, it looks like this, but it's not this. Like, this, I saw this. Someone, like, sent me a picture of this. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it on my Twitter. It was this. I saw this and was like, this is the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I want to be a fan of the Kraken, and that's why I did it. So it was something that looked similar to that. It wasn't exactly that, but it looked very similar to that, and I was like, it's adorable. That's why. That is why. That's my origin story. It's easy enough. Easy enough. They're adorable. They're adorable. Come on now. Come on now. This is Kraken. Come on now. Plus, Kraken are cool. You know? I have a rainbow one on my desk. Pepper, they're amazing. They're amazing, right? It is a hilarious reason. But that's fine. I have a whole, like, backstory of, like, how I became a Packers fan. Why I became a Kraken fan? The thing's adorable. It is. You know, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Now I want to find the exact picture, because now it's going to bother me if I don't. Now it's going to bother me. Hold on. Hold on. Now we're going to look. Cody at 5, Packers make Super Bowl. What do you think would be the biggest challenge for them? Oh, Rangers, Blues, and Golden Knights fan. Oh, Golden Knights beat the crap out of the Rangers, too. Biggest challenge, Ravens. Easy. Right now, they look like the best team in football. All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Because the thing I was like, it's Seattle. It's Seattle. That's what it was. This was the picture. Luke Dolan. You know, I'm going to like it right now. Look at that. Look at that picture. Look at it. It's a little baby Kraken in a hat. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. How could you not be a fan of this? Also, that person's going to be very confused that I just liked that tweet from, like, last year. But it's adorable. It's adorable. Come on now. Come on now. It has a hat. It has a little hat. You know, I have not been to the arena. I really would like to go to the arena. I'll make it there. I will make it there. Someday. Somehow. Gonna make it all right, but not right now. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not into the NHL, but if I was, I'm a Kraken fan. There you go. Jared 252. Tom, I need to go to hockey teddy bear toss. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. The Red Wings have cute octopi. You were on vitamins when you saw that? No, I actually wasn't, and that's the crazy thing. No. Guys, if I'm a Kraken fan too, reason because I just started kind of getting into hockey this year, they debuted. Exactly, right? So you pick a new team, not a lot of history. It's all right. We will bring the Kraken into the future. Richard, what Marvel superhero do you want on your team? Scarlet Witch. It's got a pretty sick moveset, I'd say. Carson, hey, Tom, my Texans make it past the Ravens tomorrow. I think they're going bowling. I'm praying for it. You have the good content, man. Yes. I think if they are able to knock off the Ravens at home, there's a pretty damn good chance they wind up going to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Daniel, because your history streams and my pre-standing love of history, I've decided to become a high school history teacher. Hey! Words of advice. Don't expect a lot of money. One. But you do it because you love it. And it's respect for the kids. Learn how to public speak. You know, like, get comfortable with that, obviously. But have respect for the students, you know, and show them that you have that respect for them and know that it's not going to be given to you. You got to earn theirs. Cody with the tour, have you seen hockey fights? Yes, I have. Justin with Terror. Tom, know why the Eagles collapse? You know how the Pistons losing makes the Lions stronger. Flyers started doing well around the time the Eagles began to struggle. There can only be one. That's why there's never going to be a hockey team in Green Bay. Nay. There can only be one. An NHL team, I should say. There can only be one. There can only be Spacey, that's cool. I mean, I hope they put cool people on it. You know, give people a platform, especially smaller creators. You know, I will do if the NFL draft was scripted. Yes. Can you do my AP World work? Nope. AP World, AP Euro. AP World, in my opinion, I never taught it, but I know its curriculum pretty well. It just is like, the scope of it is effing insane. And because of that, like, you go that deep, and it's just, I don't know. I'd rather be able to, like, dive into some deeper concepts. Ty Guy. Hi, Tom. Hope all is well. Looking forward to how this squad stack up against the best team in the NFC. Also need Lions, Packers, NFC Championship for the lore. Yes. I think everybody needs it for the lore. We do. We do. So that's right, JB. Like, it's cool. Like, the scope is insane. But it's also like, you know, mile wide, like inch thick kind of thing. So, final score for Bills Chiefs. 24-22 Bills. That's it. A push. Who likes a push? AP Euro for the win, though. AP Euro supremacy all the way, every day, forever. Oh, I'm America. I have 300 years of history. Oh, I'm sorry. Europe has so much. We have to limit how much we talk about. Yeah. No, but it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. Reese with a fire. Imagine Detroit can't say Super Bowl. Finally be able to put the asterisk narrative to bed unless you lose. Imagine you lose. Oh. I will say, here's the thing. If the school does IB, hey, International Baccalaureate looks really good on a resume. I will say, though, if the Lions win on Sunday and they go to the NFC Championship game, and the Packers win tomorrow, if they do, if the Lions lose the NFC Championship game to the Packers and the Packers go to the Super Bowl, it's already a successful season for both teams. But I'm just saying, that would be rough for Detroit. That would be rough. Okay, on fire. With that logic, I need an axe, and I'm going to find an Avalanche and Nuggets Achilles heel. Yeah, you gotta do it. Miles, what tour you should pick for a UFL team? DC Defenders. I gotta be honest, I'm not gonna watch the UFL. And it's nothing against the product. I need to take a break from, like, watching football. I will talk about football all day, every day, but, like, I need to take a break from it. Steven said, Packers victory with even the all-time playoff series, the 49ers, to 5 each. So that 4-game losing streak. That's true. Very, very true. Very, very true. Jam with a 5. So they don't call it AP Euro in Canada. So what's AP Euro and A Push? Is it just history class? So in high school, College Board, which is garbage, it's this big, stupid conglomerate thing. They basically offer college classes in high school that students can take. And AP Euro covers, it used to be different, but it covers now like 1500, 1450, like Renaissance era to present day for Europe. A Push is AP US history. That's why it's called A Push. So it's just a deeper dive, like collegiate level high school course. And you could get college credit for it. Martin with A Fire. A Push would have been such an easy for me. Too bad I didn't qualify it because the final grade being 0.05 under the cutoff. Oh. Justin Tour, forget the Lions. The lore! Claudio Tour, you ever stream the Stanley Cup? Yes, when my Kraken are holding it high above their heads. Yes. Maybe. I would. Yo, College Board sucks, though. It sucks. College Board sucks. They do. Kevin, I don't think so. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult. AP exams? Yes. Take a whole bunch of practice exams. Like full ones. When I was teaching AP, for free, every Saturday for 4 weeks, we did a full, like, you come into the theater where you're going to take it on a Saturday, 8 a.m., and you take the AP Euro exam. And I would grade it, tell you how they did, et cetera, et cetera. Take as many as you can so that, like, even just sitting there, because that's part of the test, is sitting there for 3.5, 4 hours. So putting yourself through that experience, it can only help. So then when you get to the actual day, you're not doing it. Joe Tour, have you ever had I feel like a boomer moment? Yeah, I'm sure, like, every now and then. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't happen when I was really teaching, because, like, I was young enough, but yeah, every now and then. Moving to tour, watch Pavel highlights crazy movie. All right. That's it. Yeah, exactly. Test for 4 hours. Like, you have to sit there and just be like, we're going to do this. So, That's it. That's it. There you go, Chloe. Can you give me advice for U.S. history finals on Tuesday? If you don't know an answer, just write America in all caps. But no, I mean, at some point, you just like, you can only prepare as much as you can prepare. So just gotta keep rocking. Jordan Lovewood Tour, if the Packers win, will you post a video of yourself oiling yourself up? No? No? But let's try America! 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 It's the answer to everything. It's the answer to everything. It's America. Got him. I mean, listen, if anything, the evaluators will get a kick out of it. So, eagle screech. But we gonna see. TKG, we'll see. We'll see. It's a presentation. What's it on, though? You're telling me about U.S. history. Which part of U.S. history? Kayvon Fire got a 99 8-push class, but I got 1 on the AP test. It was a COVID year, so online, because the essay, not the best at writing essays. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Kayvon, that sounds like you had a crappy teacher. Like, I'm just gonna straight up say, if you had a 99 in the class and you got a 1, bruh, like, that means your teacher did not prepare you adequately enough. I know it's a COVID year and stuff, but like, bruh. As a former teacher. Ghost with a Fire. I wasn't good in history, but I took honor speech in class in high school and aced it. There you go. I mean, like, I'm not blaming you. I'm legitimately saying none of my kids ever got a 1. Because, like, bare minimum, like, I think 3 kids my first year got a 2, and the rest got 3s, but mostly 4 and 5s. Yeah, no, they just didn't prepare you well enough then. Because, like, even if you're not good at writing essays, your teacher should teach you how to write college board essays, which is a very different skill. Jan, I feel like I asked it before, but do you think the NFL should adopt the farm team system like you see in MLB, NHL, NBA? No, because the NFL will never pay for the insurance for that. So instead, what they'll wind up doing is like they'll wind up poaching from the UFL. And that'll be that. That'll be it. Oh, I heard AP Chem sucks. I heard AP Physics sucks. Ugh. Joe and Fire, fun fact. Best live version of You Want to Break Free is debated. Generally considered the first live version in Brussels, August 24, 1984, at least vocally. Mia with a Fire. What football phone app doesn't exist? A board app developer. Ooh, what football phone app? So you just want me to give you my $1 million idea that I don't have? Okay, hold on. What football phone app isn't there? Huh. I don't know. That's a tough one. Because I feel like a lot of them just been covered at this point. Right? Like, remember, like, the mic one we did a few years ago? Like, that was one. But, yeah, I don't know. Random facts around players? I don't know if that'll be it. I don't know how to do it. Kayvon 20, no, he's a great teacher. It's my own fault. I got extra time on and still ran out of time on some of the sections. Also got an F in AP Physics first semester and dropped the class second semester. Probably the right call. AP Physics. But really? Bro, like 99 though? See, like, I don't like that though. Like, because if you get a 99 in the class, that should translate to at least a 2. A 99 is hard. I told this to all of my students. I was like, my class is significantly harder than the AP exam. Because by the time you get to the AP exam, you're going to be like, oh. And that's how it went for the majority of the time. So, yeah, I don't know. Cody, I stream video games every now and then. Yeah, I haven't done it in a while just because I haven't had time. But, yeah, the class should be significantly harder. It should. So by the time you sit down and write for the AP Euro exam, rocking. Now I dropped my pen. I hope you're all happy. Hope you're all content. All right, I am going to go. Oh, Kayvon tour. It might have been a 2. I don't fully remember. All right, that makes it a little bit better. If it's a 2, Kayvon, then I feel a little bit better about it. Let me talk to your teacher. All right, I'm going to go have the next like 3.5 hours off before I then work a full weekend. Bro, folks, I appreciate the hell out of you. I appreciate you showing up. We had over 1,000 people in these Q&As. It's nuts. We got 4 games this weekend. We got 6 games total left before the Super Bowl. And, yeah, it's going to be wild. I'll be streaming every single playoff game. It's going to be a great time. There'll be reaction videos after every playoff game as well. And, yeah, tomorrow's the last time of NFL football on a Saturday for a long, long time. So let's enjoy it. Let's freaking rock. And I appreciate you. So, folks, thank you so much for watching. Cody, what's your favorite game of all time? Bioshock Infinite, Journey's up there too. Gears of War 2 for the multiplayer. Those are all up there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. Oh, hey, pal. Bye, Tom. Bye, pal. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack, go. See you tomorrow, everybody. We gonna rock. We gonna rock. We gonna rock.